The thing is just going live. Wait, let's check over here. So YouTube should be available. No YouTube today, hectic. View channel. How long has it been live today? Hectic. Oh my word, you're right, Jay. Oh my word. Thank you so much for letting us know. I apologize for that. Damn it. Damn it. I apologize. I'll do better in the next stream. My bad. My bad. My bad. So yes, thank you so much for that, Jay. Thank you so much. So yes, quotes. The reason why it's not doing a pop-up is because, not here, is because this is just a string and it treats it as a string because, let's head over to our backend side. We haven't done backend in a minute, but I'll show you what that should look like. So we should have a objects, DB objects over here. So I think our cards, yeah, and I'm not even using the SQL Alchemy for that. I haven't migrated everything over yet. So even with the previous things, we can't even SQL inject it. Let me go see. Nice. Jay, I see you over on YouTube. Thank you so much for letting us know. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I'm so sorry. I don't know why YouTube was doing nonsense like that tonight. Thank you so much. So this is our back end for the Mzansi wallet. And so where's the ad? So it should just be the get one. No problem. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So this is the part that, this is the reason why it's not, let me try and increase this, the size of this. This is the reason why it's not being injected as a normal code, is I think because of this thing over here. No, I'm not even doing any of that, quotes. It's this part over here. So when I spoke to Gemini about this, so I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see. When I spoke to Gemini about this one over here, where it's cursor.execute query, which is this query at the top, and then it inserts this app ID into this thing, right? So it comes back as a string of thing, and then I do some JSON manipulation with it. So where's the get loyalty cards? So get favorites. Yeah, so this one over here. So this one gets all the loyalty cards, and it just brings it back as a string for some reason. Oh yeah, it's similar to PDO in PHP, which automatically escapes things. Yeah. This is what automatically does it for you. So we didn't have to do it. If I just put an F over here. Perfect. We'll jump into that, Jay. Let me finish this up and then we'll jump into that. So if I were to put an F over here in the beginning of my string, and then at the end of it, like put comma, and then have a string like this, it would have injected it. It would have injected it because it's taking this whole string, converting it to a string, and then executing it. Saubona Mom over on Twitch. I appreciate you. So that's why it doesn't do that, because it does the insertion of stuff over here, which prevents things from happening. That's what happens over there, and that's what Gemini told me also, to prevent SQL injections from happening here. And when we go to our SQL Alchemy, it looks way different because it's starting to look like objects now. And it's strings, and then this thing over here does the escaping and things for you. So none of the bad things happen. None of the bad things happen. So let's switch over. Let's switch my camera over here again, and switch it over on the other platforms. Perfect. So let's see. That means you protected from reflected SSX and stored SSX. Perfect. Thank you so much for penetration testing us. Quotes, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if there's any other suggestions out there in the chat, let us know. Dive in, jump in, and we'll see from there. So yes, Jay, how was the Africa event today? The Business Show Africa. that I went to today. So I didn't go for the full session today because I met most of the businesses yesterday. But the highlight of this event was the speed networking. So that was the video that I did post about. It was the speed networking. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of speed dating, where you meet different people, brand new people, like for 5 minutes, then you go to the next person, meet for 5 minutes, next person, meet for 5 minutes. So all of those kind of things. So it was the exact same concept inside this speed networking thing. But the only difference is we only had 2 minutes to speak to each other. So that means it was a minute each. So I had to explain what MIH is all about, all the features that are inside MIH to this person within a minute and try and convince them that MIH is the place for them, which is super difficult, and it's called an elevator pitch. It's an elevator pitch. So yeah, it was. So I was basically improving that elevator pitch. So day one, I was honing that elevator pitch because when I went to the different stalls, I'm sure if you looked at the video, let's look at the video now together, and then I'll explain how everything works inside the show. So I'll switch over here for you. So we'll flip this, and then I'll flip over on the other platforms, and then we'll open up TikTok, and we'll see how it works. Oh, see what it looked like. So let me open up socials, TikTok, and it's just our most recent video if you haven't seen it yet, but this one over here. Speed networking. We're out here at day 2 at the business show, Africa 2025. And how we're going to start the day is we are going to do some speed networking. So this is the speed networking zone. So you can see them doing their speed. So you can see over here, there's a whole lot of tables. So it's one long table, and then everyone sits down over there. And what happens is after 2 minutes, someone will say, okay, guys, switch. And then you'll have to get up and move to the next chair. And then you have to keep doing that. So that was the speed networking part. But what I want to show you is when I spin around. So the goal of today is to meet more small business owners and connect with them and see if we can get them on MIH. And about like, let me see one of the companies out there. Yeah, this one, Sissel Holdings. Sissel Holdings. So if you have a look, Sissel Holdings, they offer recruitment services, and they offer HR services also. Love it. Quotes, you using Ken Logger. We'll dive into Ken Logger a little bit later. Yeah, so they offer recruitment services and also HR, like management services for your company. So I was hearing them, but then after hearing them and hearing what benefits they provide to their customers, I then started speaking to them about MIH and how MIH doesn't just benefit the businesses, it also benefits individuals, because lots of the businesses that I did speak to are a business to business kind of company. So they offer services to businesses only. A few of them offer it to individuals, but mainly to businesses. So then after hearing them pitch their company to me, I would then practice pitching my company to them, understanding like you can notice the different thing is, I think one of the lady at the seminar that I was watching was speaking about communication, and you have to learn the art of communication. Like you have to learn what body language is all about, what it means and stuff, and then also facial expressions and tones of voice and all of this kind of thing. So I'm not an expert at that, but I feel like I do know a little bit about it. So when I was pitching my stuff to the different businesses, pitching MIH to the different businesses, I would understand this and then tweak my response to them to the next, when I go to the next business. So then I took all that skills and all that learnings that I got from the first day, and then I used that when I was pitching it during the speed networking part. But yeah, it was super cool. Ish, a superstar. Yeah, definitely. It was quite an experience, a great learning experience. There is another one that I want to go to. Where is it? Let me check my papers. There's it over here. So there is another business conference happening on the 17th. Where is this? Yeah, the 17th of September. So fairly soon. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, it was a great experience. It was a great experience. But I'm still a little bit shy. I'm still a little bit shy walking up to random people that were there for the conference, normal people like myself, normal business owners like myself. So I was a little bit shy to do that, but we are getting better. So yeah, there's another business conference happening in September, 17th of September in Johannesburg at in Midrand, if you know Johannesburg. And yeah, so maybe we'll go there also. There's a lot of different companies that will be available there also. So yeah, there's lots of different big companies out there. And maybe I'll go. I see there's Cecil and BP over here also. And maybe I'll go show them the Mzansi wallet. I don't know if I'll get into trouble for that or they'll like it. But I'll go to them. Even Gem sounds cool. I'll go to them to see what they're all about also. But yeah, very cool experience. Very nice learning experience also. I'm definitely going to utilize it when it comes to when it comes to so after our deep linking project, we are going to create these kind of bad boys, custom ones for businesses, and go out to the businesses and pitch MIH. Because every single time I'm driving down the road, I see like a random salon over here, or I see just a random business while I'm driving. I want to stop and I want to go speak to those people and get them on MIH. So that's what I want to do in the future. And this was a great learning experience of how to pitch to them extremely quickly, but punchy, so that they are interested in it. But I'm thinking there's two things I need to do before doing that. I need to update my business cards and put my new email address there and update the look and feel of it. And then also have little flyers that shows like the personal side of MIH on one side, and then the business side of MIH and the different benefits that it provides you with the QR code and all these things. And I can just hand it to them after I pitch it to them, and then they can take it from there. So yeah, Jay is asking over on YouTube, are these yearly events? So the Business Show Africa is a yearly event. It happens every single year. I was already hearing them talk about 2026 event. And I think it's always in, or let me not lie and say it's always in Johannesburg, but there's always shows that happen inside Johannesburg, or happen in and around Johannesburg, which is quite cool that I am here. And I get to just drive there and experience it instead of having to fly like some businesses out there. But yes, it is a yearly event. And the one that I went to today was a free event if you came early. So if you came at the door and wanted to get in, I think it was like 150 or so, plus minus. But if you registered online prior to that, then it will be free. I think like this one. Yeah, this one over here is free. So you can see your free exhibition visitor ticket. So I'll register for that. Sawubona, Asekona, nice to see you here. Nice to see you. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and I want to see, and I think between now and this event over here, what I want to do is I definitely want to go out to the world and try and get more people on MIH and more businesses on MIH, and learn more about the pitching skills, so the sales skills of MIH. And yeah, and then when I go to this conference, I'll be a little bit less shy when I just randomly go up to an individual and explain to them what MIH is all about. Because the reason why I'm shy is this person is out there and they focused on their own tasks at this conference, right? But then I'm out here derailing all of this. That's how I was thinking about it. But I did do it like a couple of times to a few people, and it was quite an experience. It was quite a nice experience also. The people were happy. And you'll be happy to know that the road to 1,000 is coming along strong. So I just checked the numbers before the live started, and we are currently sitting on 919, so 919 users of MIH. So people that have MIH accounts, 919. So quite cool, quite an achievement. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for all the people of Mzansi for believing in MIH. I appreciate them. MIH, yo. Yeah, we're moving. The road to 1K is upon us. And I think after I message these businesses and speak to them, I'll get a whole lot more on, because what my vision is to get a couple of big businesses, because we do offer a dedicated support package, and that'll be a monthly fee that the business will pay to us. Just another way for us to make revenue here at MIH. So yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. So that we earn so much. But we're definitely going to have a celebration of when we reach 1,000 MIH users. Quite an achievement. Quite an achievement. Quite an achievement, yes. I can't wait for it to be 1 billion users. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you've ever heard Mark Zuckerberg speak. The way Mark Zuckerberg speaks about the amount of users inside all of his platforms, he's so nonchalant about it. He's like, yeah, we just have about 3 billion users using our services at any day. And it blows my mind. So I know MIH one day I will be nonchalant about it and be like, yeah, you know what? We just have 1 billion users over here. This is what it is. Something like that. But it's quite cool. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. So yeah, so that was the business conference. It was quite cool. Yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool. Definitely gotta go back next year to this conference and see what's there. Maybe one day, maybe next year, I'll have my own booth, right? We'll be so big that we can afford our own booth at these conferences. And yeah, we can get even more people on MIH and blow even more people's minds. And there was a lot of marketing companies out there. There was, let me show you another one. Their name is, I think this is them over here. No, not this one over here. So there was another company that I did meet. They were a marketing company, advertising company. And when I heard advertising company, I immediately went on the Mzansi directory and showed them, oh, we also have an advertising company on the Mzansi directory. So there are advertising companies over here also. So yeah, what they do is, you know, the billboards, or when you're driving down the streets, like on the highways and stuff, and then they have those signs, like it's like an A4 size sign that's on the street that has different advertising. They have those things. They have like bus stop signage and all of these different things. So I was speaking to them and to add MIH on, or to add them to MIH over there also, which was very cool. But let's dive into some code. Or do you want to dive? Is there any other questions out there? Asekona, do you have any questions about MIH? Because oh yeah, we were doing that injection thing. So thank you so much, Quotes, for shouting us out and assisting us with that. Let's switch over. So flip and switch. Perfect. Where's my thingy? Yeah, so the SQL injection thing doesn't work. Any news updates coming to MIH? New updates coming to MIH. So yes, Jay. So let's answer Quote's question first, because it defeated me yesterday. So with regards to the GIF, I didn't sort it out because I was at the conference today, so I didn't have time during the day to figure it out. And I was speaking to my father about it yesterday, and he said I was boring him with struggling with the things. So we won't do such things. Next time when we're struggling with some stuff, we'll give it a fighting chance, but if it's defeating us, we'll leave it for off camera, and we'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, it is still defeating me, Quotes, but I'll figure it out off camera. I need to sit for like maybe an hour or 2 hours, watch many YouTube videos, and I'll definitely figure it out because I know it is possible. And Jay, to answer your question about the upcoming updates to MIH, so this is what we are currently going to see, or this is what the currently what's going to come out in the next update. So I'm hoping this update will come out sometime next week. I want to finish it up tomorrow. Yeah, I want to finish up the testing and things tomorrow, and then give it out to our beta testers to test out over there over the weekend probably. and then thereafter, maybe the end of the week, then we can get the update available. So this update that's going to come out is going to be version 1.2. So remember, we are currently on 1.1.6, but we're going to move over to 1.2 because I think that this is quite a big update and a big change to how MIH works. Right? So let's dive into what the updates are all about. Are you able to see? Yes. So don't worry about the video. So we do have the Mzansi thoughts. So if we chat with Mzansi and it gives us a list of things. Where is this? So this is the one update that we are going to get. Where is my Chrome? Oh, where is Chrome? Did Chrome just disappear right now? Yeah. Okay. New window. Hectic. Did I close it? Hectic. So yes. I was gonna take it to MIH. So in the MIH, when you speak into Mzansi AI, so let's just say, give me a list of top 5 rap artists. Right? Let me know if it's correct or not. Hectic. Why is Mzansi AI taking so long? But that's okay. Right? Shout out Mzansi AI for knowing rap artists. But if you have a look at this part of the screen, so specifically how things are listed with the stars, and I'm sure you've heard Mzansi AI say a lot of stars and stuff. So we remove that from the dev version of MIH. Give me a list of 5 colors. This one will take very long. I apologize. This one will take extremely long to load because it's the development environment and lots of things are happening on the computer right now. So we'll give it some time to load. It's probably initializing the AI still because I haven't done that yet, but it does take quite some time to load. But you'll see over here or if it even loads, if it in fact loads, you'll see that it will remove those things and it'll auto format it. There's it over there. So you see how slow it is. That's just because it's in. You see star, but then it changed it automatically. You see, we'll check again. It'll say star, but then when it gets the other stars, it will remove it and it'll just make it bold for you. So I think it's something to do with rich text or something like that. But I used a package to help me with that so that the text is much cleaner over here. This was a suggestion by, who was it? Jess. Jess suggested this in one of the lives, and I did manage to fix that. Mzansi AI getting smarter, definitely getting smarter. With each update, it's going to get smarter. So this is one of the updates to make speaking to Mzansi AI a lot cleaner. And when Mzansi AI speaks to us, it'll be a lot clearer and it won't say any of the stars. Let's try and listen to see what it sounds like if we play it from here with the stars being removed and stuff. Let's listen.
Okay, here are 5 colors. 1. Azure, a vibrant, deep blue-green, often associated with tranquility and creativity. 2. Crimson, a deep, rich red color, representing passion and energy. 3. Golden yellow, a warm, cheerful yellow color, evoking feelings of happiness and optimism. 4. Forest green, a deep, earthy green, connecting us to nature and growth. 5. Slate gray, a cool, muted gray color, offering a sense of sophistication and stability. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these, or perhaps suggest some color palettes?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So you can see it's a lot better. Instead of it saying star, and then how it used to jump over to the next things, it was kind of crazy how it used to speak to us. But after adding this in, it definitely makes it, when it speaks to us, a lot better and less robotic, I think. But yeah, that's what we are. Beautiful improvements. Thank you so much. Do you still stream on Kick? So, good question. I think I stopped streaming on Kick, but I can dive back into that. It's a simple thing to do, enable again. But I felt like I don't know if South Africans know about Kick firstly, because our reach does go out to them, but I'll dive back into it. Thank you so much. Let me put that as my to-do list also. I'll add Kick back in. I've just been lazy to put it back in. But Kick, so let's say new New Kick streaming. Do you watch Kick, Jay? Does anyone watch Kick? Does anyone watch Twitch out here? Add Kick to stream. So I am trying to grow on Twitch right now, but I feel like South Africans don't really use Twitch and stuff. Yes, I'm in Kick. Perfect. Nah, then I'm gonna dive back into it. I watch Aiden Ross, but that's it. That's what I assumed thing is. So let's dive into Kick. So I see there's multiple questions over here. So Jay is saying he watches Aiden Ross on Kick. Digital Next is saying that he is in Kick. And Dr. Pixels doesn't know what Kick is. So let's dive into it. So Kick is basically a competitor to Twitch. So you can see this is our profile over here. So I haven't streamed in a minute over here. So you can see the last time I streamed was quite a while ago, 4 weeks ago, so a month ago. I stopped streaming on here, but I can dive back into it. Very, very simple. It's the exact same kind of process over here. Exact same kind of process. And on Twitch, so Twitch, yes, I know that. Do people go on to Twitch in South Africa? So I go on once in a while. I like watching Kai Sanat. I like watching AMP, the people inside AMP. So this is us right now. And there's one person watching, and this is my mother. Updated my website. Please review. Perfect. We'll review it right now. Are you updated digital on the Mzansi directory? We'll dive into it. But you can see over here that... Why is it also only 19 minutes over here? And look how jumpy it is. Oh my word. I watch gaming on Twitch. Yeah, a lot of gaming happens on Twitch. Why is my thing jumping? You see, this is what Motso was speaking about. So you can see how jumpy it is. Maybe it's because I'm watching myself. Latency toggle in the advanced settings to disable low latency mode. Yeah, I need to figure it out a little bit more. But yeah, I watch, let's see who I'm following. I follow Kaisenet for sure. I show speed. I like seeing what crazy things they are getting up to. Not yet. Okay, you're still gonna finalize it. Okay, I'll copy your website now and we'll have a review. So I do watch a few people. Also, there's a South African on here doing the most. Sonwabile. He should be... hey, Twitch is so funny. I don't know how to find my peoples. Am I following? This is recommended. This is channels. Let's see. Yeah, I'm also not so good at how things work. So where's this guy? This guy. He's a South African on Twitch and he's doing the most out here. Look at this, 40K followers. And he has thousands of people watching him. It's quite cool. It's quite cool on the left. Oh, these ones over here are the channels. Nice. Yeah, very strange UI. Very strange UI. I'm very used to YouTube and stuff. Let's jump over and see Digital's website. I see you got a nice domain now. Perfect. So let's see. Nice. So I'll add my information next. Video call, WhatsApp call, video call. Let me do sometime next week. Preferred period. So I like doing meetings around like 11ish, right? Getting started. There's a guy on MIH with digital advertising. Is he thing live yet? So I know who you're talking about. That's Tando Ads. We'll dive into that quote and we'll figure that out. But let's see, project overview. MIH, the first super app of Mzansi. Next. Failed to send request. We'll send the request again, that's okay. Why is it failing to send request? That's okay. Maybe it's still a work in progress, but that's fine. And then let's see the services. So our services, comprehensive. Tummy Tommy's asking the question, bro, are you self-hosting MIH? 100% we are self-hosting MIH. MIH does live on our MIH servers in the MIH studio. So we are self-hosting it. Why is there a particular reason that you asked that question, Tammy? Let us know. Let us know. So comprehensive technology solutions to drive our business forward. To drive your business forward, sorry. Custom software development. Let me bring you closer so you can see. Custom software development. Tailored software solutions designed to meet your specific business requirements. Web applications, desktop softwares. API development, system integration. Okay, nice. Product design, nice. User-centered design that create engaging and intuitive digital experiences. UI/UX design, prototyping, user research, and design systems. Design systems. Well, digital next. Next, let us know what design systems are all about. Quality assurance. Comprehensive testing services to ensure your software performs flawlessly. Automated testing, manual testing, performance testing, security testing. Perfect. Yeah, okay. We'll dive into you, Tammy. We'll dive into you. My apologies for that. My apologies for that. So, wait, let's dive into that right now, actually. So, Tommy is saying that he was at ShopRite and couldn't use the card because MIH was down when we were having power issues, when we had cable theft. Any chance you can get the cards to work offline? Perfect. So, thank you so much. These are wonderful questions, and I do apologize for the downtime that you had to experience. We'll figure out how to make this a little bit, or to prevent that from happening, whether it's backup power or some sort of system. We'll make sure that happens. And then he further asked the question, any chance of getting the cards to work offline? So there's definitely an option for doing that. He can try using SQLite. Yeah, that too, but there's a different kind of thinking when it comes to Flutter. So the concept is called offline first architecture. So I did do some research about it because a lot of people did complain about this, because you do need access to the internet in order to pull your data. So what we have to do is we first have to do some, or let's ask Mzansi the question. Please explain to us what offline first architecture in Flutter is all about. Let me fix my spellings. So we'll let it think for a bit while it's explaining this concept to us. So this is the concept that we have to put in place inside MIH in order for it to work. I'll open up Google Keep. I did design something around this, but let's have a listen to see what Mzansi AI has to say.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi AI here, ready to break down the flying first architecture in Flutter for you. Let's dive in. Essentially, a flying first architecture is a way of designing apps that prioritize working even when there's no internet connection. Think of it as building an app that's ready to go, even if it's off the grid. Here's the gist. Data storage. The app stores data locally on the device, using things like SQLite, Hive, or shared preferences as a flying functionality. It's designed to function normally without an internet connection, displaying data, allowing users to create new content, and so on. Syncing. When the internet becomes available, the app automatically syncs the local data with the remote server. This ensures data consistency.
Is it better now?
Improved user experience. Users can continue using the app even with spotty internet. Faster performance. Accessing data locally is usually much faster than fetching it over the network. Resilience. The app remains functional even if the server is down. It's a bit more complex to set up than a purely online app, but the benefits are worth it. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these points, or perhaps give you some examples of packages you can use in Flutter to implement a flying first architecture? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Shout out Mzansi AI, and thank you for that answer. 100%. I'll tell you my thoughts about that quote. But Tammy, that's what we want to hook up. And I did sit down the one afternoon or the one evening and design this on Google Keep. So we'll jump into that. We'll jump into that. So let's see where's my offline first architecture. Okay, not this. Yeah. So it's quite terrible. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at the our my drawing. Undo. Yeah, undo. Control Z. Hey, erase. How do I move? Yeah, so I was looking at something like this, right? It's not so thingy. Yeah, it would be great cause Storecard died. I saw MIH taking over the market. Yeah, so we definitely need to do this in order to capture all of the people. So thank you so much for the suggestion. But there was a few things, so I'll explain why we haven't done it yet. Shout out to the smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Shout out. So yes, this is what it's supposed to be looking like. So you have the MIH cloud storage. This is what MIH CS means. So it's the cloud storage. So the actual server itself, cloud server. And then we have the MIH local database, which sits inside the application itself on your device. And when you go into MIH, so when you first access MIH, you'll get into the normal application. But when you like add a loyalty card or update something inside MIH, what will happen is instead of pushing it to our cloud storage, our server, what it will do is it will push it to our local DB. And then periodically there'll be a sync between the local DB and the database. So this is basically roughly how it's supposed to work. Just very rough understanding of how it's supposed to work. But the problem that I was having with this is I need to figure out where exactly and which parts of MIH needs to firstly have an offline first architecture. And when I was thinking about this first, MIH was a little bit messy at the moment. My routines works like that. Perfect. That's actually quite cool. Impressive quotes. Impressive. So MIH was quite messy before, and all of the packages weren't really individual packages themselves, right? But when it comes to but now that we're implementing Go routing, we've now finally broken up MIH to every single thing that you see on the screen is its own package. So it is quite cool right now that it is possible. So I'll just have to figure out how it works. You can use it even when you don't have network. That's so perfect. That's so cool. I want that for MIH. But we'll have to add something into specific places, like your patient profile. Like, I'm not even sure which one. Yeah, maybe all of it can have an offline mode. So I'll figure out which one it is. But now that I've separated MIH to the different packages, including the home and the authentication. So if we head over to our test version or our development version, you can see if we're on our home, it has nothing over here. But if I were to sign out, it takes me to MIH authentication. So MIH authentication is now its own package. Previously, things were very intertwined, home and the authentication. But now that we're using Go Router, it has opened that up for us and separated it for it. So now that I have that in place and the actual startup of MIH is much better and much cleaner, the next thing that I want to do is I want to then hook up providers. So providers is going to be the next step in order to fix our state management issues, because currently, like everyone does know over here, we are using hopes and dreams to manage our state, and that's not the best way of doing that. Yeah, most of the things can be placed offline and be stored on users' devices and periodic syncs. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we'll definitely hook that up. But I want to do state management before that. Because the periodic syncing stuff is what's going to definitely mess me up. or we're going to take some time to sort that out. But I think once I remove data management and or business logic outside of my UI, it'll be a much better experience doing this. So the next phase of MIH, after we're done with the deep linking, is going to be provider and state management, and thereafter we can do an offline mode. But I'll try figure it out in the next update how we can we'll test it out and see only inside the Mzansi wallet. But no, I don't think we can. No, I won't do that. I'll wait until I'll follow that roadmap and we'll go from there. Yeah, another question for the people that have implemented this. How do you know if I'm signed in? How do you know if I'm logged into the application? If I don't do a check to our database. Is that a thing, or if you don't have internet? We'll have to check when, most things are stored on users' devices, and that's how companies reduce ingress cost. Okay, perfect. It's definitely something that I have been thinking about for a while right now. Yeah, thank you so much for that idea. I appreciate that. So let's see what else is coming in that update. So yeah, we have our own auth on tiles. Yes, this is the one over here. Let me close the web version and open up the Android version of MIH. And I want to show you over here what the new feature that was a complaint by lots of people. So while this is loading, let's put up our logs so we can see what's happening over here, the debug logs, just in case there's any errors that we come across. Yep, everything is looking fine over there. Jay, let me know if I love the app, bro. I think I'll use anything. I don't think I'll use anything else. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that I am providing you with that much benefit in your life, that you are so loyal to MIH. So don't worry about these warnings at the bottom. It's just warnings, not errors. Don't laugh about that. But thank you so much. I do appreciate you. And I am trying to provide as much benefit as possible in one place. So I'm not sure while this is loading on the side. So you see this thing on Google. What were you saying? Yes, Jay, I was asking, is things looking good over on YouTube right now? Because I am getting a notification on my computer that it's disconnected and reconnecting. But now that you're chatting to me, I guess everything is fine. Thank you so much for that. Who's setting me up? Please call me. Hectic. But yes, so just like it's laggy. Damn it. I'm so sorry. And I don't even know how to fix laggy issues midstream, if I'm being honest. I'll have to do a young reboot. I see it's definitely an issue. Maybe we can, so after I'll explain this, we'll end the live, because I think there's some issues happening right now in terms of internet access, internet speeds. But let me just sign in quickly, and I'll show you what this new feature is all about. So remember previously, if you open up your phone right now and open up MIH, you're going to have to authenticate yourself, right? But if you notice, we open up MIH right now without authenticating ourselves. And that's because we've removed biometric authentication from accessing MIH, and now it's inside the packages individually. Right? So if I open up the wallet, it doesn't ask me for authentication. But if I open up the patient profile, which has sensitive information over there, if we click on this, it asks me to authenticate myself to access the patient profile. Then I'll have to authenticate myself to get in there. So we now removed authentication and added them into the individual tiles. So this does align with our goals. Are you using Superbase? No, we are using, let's see if I can show you. There's a huge fly in my room right now. But let me see if I can show you. So our backend is MySQL. And the object storage is MinIO. But I definitely want to change that and use Etabase. Yeah, in the future, I want to use Etabase as our backend storage. So it's an end-to-end encrypted backend as a service. So I want to use this. And I just saw if we go head over to PubSpec. If we head over to PubSpec and we go over to Etabase, Etabase. The reason why I didn't do it in the beginning is because the Flutter, Etabase Flutter, the Flutter plugin or package wasn't available for web. But you can see now that they just recently added it, and it was a couple months ago, like 2 months ago. Is Etabase free to use? 100% it is free to use. Etabase is an open source end-to-end encryption. So we'll scroll down to the bottom. You can see GNOME, KDE, all of these, trusted by all of these, like, so these two I know them, KDE and GNOME, they are very well known in the open source space. So if we scroll down, they should be able, it should tell us that it's open source. Yeah, there's it over here, open source. So once again, we do love using free and open source technologies. So this is going to be one of the technologies that we use. So we're going to hook up a server for us. And yeah, that server is going to work with our MySQL database, with this database. So that the Etabase is going to be like a layer on top of that provides the encryption when it's storing the information into MySQL. So we got to try and hook that up. And yeah, that might even, or most of our information is going to be, we're no longer gonna use the API to manage our data. We're now going to use Etabase inside Flutter. So yeah, inside Flutter in order to manage our data. How do you vet which servers to trust, especially for a big platform like MIH? So which servers do I trust? So the reason why I like this one over here, so okay, let me not lie to you. The first thing that I do is go to Google and ask Google what services are out there. And then I go in and see, okay, what companies are using this? Let's see their GitHub repository. How frequently do they update their solution? All of these kind of things. And I also like going onto YouTube to seeing what the people are speaking about the solution, because you'll go on YouTube and say, for example, you'll type a specific solution and you'll hear the people talking nonsense about it, because I watch multiple YouTube videos about it. And with Etabase, what happens is I was just scrolling through YouTube one day, and the inventor of Etabase was being interviewed by someone, and how I can trust him is that because this is open source, how he said, or let me say this, how he explained why you should trust him for this solution is because it is open source, and you can go and prove him wrong that his solution does not work and is not end-to-end encrypted, right? So the one benefits of a solution being open source is that people can go in and have a look and see what's going on over there, and if they do find bugs and vulnerabilities, they can fix it for you. Similar to Linux itself, right? The operating system. So people can go in, they find vulnerabilities, and they'll fix it over there and things like that. But I do some research. I don't just take the first solution that I see and I move on from there. I do quite a bit of research before we implement it inside MIH. So yeah, how does everyone else test or vet the different services that they use to figure it out? And I don't use all the services that I use is self-hosted, so I'm in control of the data. All of the data is sitting with me. It's not sitting with someone else. It's sitting in our studios itself. So that's how another way that we are protecting ourselves from it. But yeah, I do vet things and I do read documentation and all of these different things. Let us know what you think, or what's your, which is the package management that people use for React and JavaScript stuff. And companies were crashing because everyone was reliant on that solution. Hectic. So that's another thing why all of our stuff, so if you look at our YouTube lagging bad, is it better now? I think there was something wrong with the internet, Jay. But I see that the internet is looking a little bit better right now. I apologize. We're going to end it very soon. And then I'll reboot all the different things to make it better. My bad. I apologize. I'm not sure what's going on. Yo! It's really bad right now. And the drop frames are huge. So I'll have to fix that. Let me take a screenshot. Print screen. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, then I can do more research a little bit later. Okay, I took the screenshot right now. I'll do some investigations tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of crazy that someone can just remove their package and it's over like that. So I wonder if that can happen to Docker. Let's go Docker Hub. Is a little bit better now, Jay. Omnibus image for the Etabase. Etasync. Yeah, this is quite cool. Where's the official one? Yeah, you see, this is one of the tests. Better now. Thank you so much. So this is one of the tests. You see, this one over here was last updated 4 years ago. So you should lock your packages. What do you mean by lock your packages? Let us know. So you can see this one was updated 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year, 5 years, 1 year. So I'll have to look for like a more official one than this. I know I did go. So what I want to do is, because we use Docker Compose Etabase, Docker Compose server. Right, so one of these ones over here. Oh, Etasync 2.0. That's what we need to look for, Etasync 2.0. Because that's the one that we have. So yeah, I need to look for a Docker Compose one and hook it up from there and figure it out. Yeah, and figure it out from there, because I want to use Docker for that, to spin it up and all those kind of things and get it started from there. But yeah, very interesting tools out there. Let's switch. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH live this evening. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, so no business conference tomorrow, so I'm gonna dive back into coding. And digital, let me know what you mean by your question and we'll figure it out. Build the projects, it locks the packages. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, thank you so much for joining the MIH live this evening. I do appreciate each and every one of you for your support, coming through, chatting, liking, subscribing, all those nice things. Yeah, we are live Monday to Thursday, so we're going to see you again on Monday again at 7 p.m. And yeah, we're going to dive back into the development tomorrow. If you'd like to support MIH further than how you are already supporting MIH, which is by downloading MIH through the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web, you can head over to the About MIH package and click on the Support Our Journey button. That'll take you through to our Patreon. But if you don't like Patreon and you'd rather do it through TikTok, you can do that. You can head over to our profile and click on the subscription button or subscribe button on the profile, and then you can subscribe through both platforms. It's about $3 each, which if we use the Forex calculator inside the Mzansi calculator, we'll see that it's about 853 Rand or so, plus minus around there. So you can support us that way. But please like, share, follow, subscribe, all those nice things. I'll see you again on Monday. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi.